Napoleon Bonaparte, one of history's greatest military commanders, was famous for his daring and brilliant tactics. But what made him truly great was not just his military genius, but also his ability to think cold, hard logic. In this video, we will explore the chillingly rational mind of Napoleon and how it made him the master of Europe. Napoleon was born in Corsica in 1769 and age of 34. He was a general thanks to his military brilliance. He rose through the ranks during the French Revolution and eventually became the first Consul of France, a position that gave him dictatorial powers. Napoleon was a firm believer in the power of logic and reason. He famously said, "Logic will conquer all." And this was evident in every aspect of his life, from his military campaigns to his personal decisions. One of the most famous examples of Napoleon as a cold logic was his decision to invade Russia in 1812. Despite the fact that his army was outnumbered, Napoleon believed that the Russians could not withstand a determined attack. He famously said, "I have but one word to say to the men who think only of danger. Do it and you will be rewarded with success." Napoleon's invasion of Russia was one of the greatest military disasters in history, but even in the face of defeat, he remained committed to his belief in logic. He famously said, "A leader must have the ability to inspire his troops with confidence, even when he himself is full of doubt." Another example of Napoleon's cold logic was his treatment of his enemies. He was famous for his ability to forgive those who betrayed him, but he never forgot. He famously said, "There is no such thing as an accident. All is governed by the order of events." Napoleon was a master strategist and he knew how to use his enemy's strengths against them. For example, he famously defeated the Austrians at the Battle of Caranseves by exploiting their arrogance. He had deliberately given them false information about the strength of his forces in order to lure them into a trap. In addition to his military genius, Napoleon was also a brilliant administrator. He introduced many reforms to France that helped to modernize the country. He established a merit-based system for promotions in the military, which helped to create a more efficient and effective army. He also implemented a series of economic reforms that helped to stabilize the French economy after the chaos of the French Revolution. Napoleon's empire eventually collapsed and he was exiled to the island of Saint Helena, where he died in 1821, but his legacy lived on. His name became synonymous with military genius and his admirers continued to celebrate his achievements long after his death. Napoleon Bonaparte may have been defeated at Waterloo, but his cold, hard logic will continue to inspire leaders for centuries to come. So what can we learn from Napoleon's life? How can we develop our own ability to think logically and make sound decisions? As Napoleon himself famously said, "Logic will conquer all." By developing our logical thinking skills, we can become better problem solvers and more effective leaders. We can learn to think critically and objectively, to analyze situations and make rational decisions. So if you want to be successful in life, if you want to achieve your goals and make a real difference in the world, then embrace the power of logic and let it guide you on your journey, just like Napoleon.